the tractors and such. So, well, I've got my Sears here with my 67 Sears Suburban 10. Now, we had this thing took apart before I even started this channel. But now I've had some time. What we're going to do is we're going to repaint the thing and clean everything up. And I do have the motor. I have the motor right here on my bench. It's been sitting up here ever since, for at least 6 months. So I got all the shrouds upstairs. They're already sandblasted and everything. But yeah, this is the motor. This is a 10 horse Tecumseh with the solid state ignition, and it's kind of convoluted a little. It's got a pickup underneath the flywheel, and this is your coil that goes up here to make the engine fire. It ain't points, but that's the way they did them back in the day. And this motor's been rebuilt, so I won't have to touch it, and it runs good. So yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and start by cleaning up some parts. Alrighty, so I guess the first thing we'll start out with is the fenders. So as you can tell, it's all dirty and it's dusty. So yeah. Alrighty, so after we messed with this fender a little, and I used this like we did whenever we did the Wizard build for the Wizard mower, and I took some of this brake clean and an brake cleaner rag, and I sprayed brake cleaning and kept on wiping around, and I've used that drill till I got a smooth finish on what I wanted to have smooth. So yeah, I want to go ahead and do the rest of these orange parts. Alrighty, so I've got these all smooth as the best I can with the drill and the wire brush, and I also use this to clean them all off with a rag. And now what I'm going to do is, this is my hood support that runs from the dash to the front grille, and that's what supports your hood right there. And I'm going to take this apart right here. So this right here is your flathead, which this part goes to the dash. So I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to put all these nuts. I'm going to put them in this magnetic tray over here in my milk crate full of parts that I took off. And see, and this has got this tapered shaped head, and that's what goes in top of your dash, which I'll get to that point whenever I start assembly, but I'm just trying to get everything cleaned up and everything. And yeah, and then I've also in the dash and the hood part, the grill is just regular. It's just regular right here. And then this is your rubber piece. That's what the hood sets on, and you got these rubbers right here. I may try and just reuse that rubber, or I may replace it, but as the plan, I may just reuse that rubber if I can. Alrighty, so well, I've got most of the pieces smoothed out, and since Paul's here, he's going to start priming some stuff. So yeah.
First coat of mini.
Alrighty, I've got that to do left, but I was going to take a break of doing the body work for making everything smooth and take a break because I'm going to have to go do a parts run. So I'm going to have to take the transmission apart. I ain't going to take it full apart. I'm going to take the brake off so we can paint it. And I'm going to take this pulley off, or we're going to take this pulley off because that seal right there is leaking. And yeah. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm going to work on removing this brake. We're just going to take the band off. We've just got 2 7/16. I think they're 7/16. Yeah. 2 7/16 nuts on the bottom. Alrighty, so now we've got this removed, so all we need to do is take that off through here now. Because that was a process, but we've got it off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be trying to get this pulley off right here.
Replace the seal.
So we can replace the seal. Because that seal's leaking, and I'm sure that's probably where all the oils went on this thing. So yeah. So let's go ahead and get this pulley off so we can see what kind of seal we need. Alrighty, so we've been priming, and I've got some more stuff to. Paul's got to do some more priming, but I just got these stuff cleaned up, and we ran out of primers, so we'll continue that another day. But yeah, I think we're making good progress so far. And so after we get these primed, we're going to sand these, and hopefully we can paint this. And I've also on the bench got the transmission. We've got a seal out because the seal was bad.
Hey, buddy.
So yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, and I've got to get one of these ordered. But yeah. And also one thing right here. This is a clutch rod, and it's pretty wore out here. And of course you can't really find replacement parts being an old Sears. So we're going to get someone to weld this up and sand it down so it can be smooth. So, because I'm afraid if I just put it back like it is, it'll break. Okay, so now, so I've got some seals ordered for the transmission. And I'm hopefully, about the brake band, I'd like to replace that if I can. Because it's worn pretty bad. And I've got the shifter up here seal, and that seal that is that attaches the drive pulley for the transmission. I gotta get that seal. And I've got this, and I got both of them on order. So we got both of them on order. So yeah. And what else we've got is we've got all these loose pieces over here primered. And yeah. And now what else we've been doing, we've done set the frame on here and started priming it and sanding on it with the sanding block and see what else we needed to sand on here. So yeah. What I'm doing right here is I'm sanding it using this block right here. But yeah, what I'm doing here, I'm sanding this to try and have a smooth finish and get all these runs that's the paint runs. And yeah, I'm going to do this all the way around, and then we're going to go over here and prime. Alrighty, so after sanding on it, looks pretty good now. So yeah. So, and plus we primed it again, and probably got as good as looking it's going to get. But yeah. So I think we're going to end the video here. Thank y'all for watching tractors and such. Please give it a like and please subscribe. And there's going to be more to come to on this Sears, but whenever starting to warm up a little, we'll get to painting it. But yeah, so now we'll go with Paul to the devotion.
The devotion today is Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4, beginning at verse 1, and the Word of God says, And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have begotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect to Abel and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, thou shalt not be accepted. And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother, and it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him. Thank you for watching Kate's video today. God bless you. See you on the next posting.